You don't have to be a great baker to make great pastries. Today we're making a beautiful, delicious raspberry and cream cheese filled pastry that is deceptively simple and won't even take you an hour. Hi, I'm Deb, and this really is my kitchen. Here we cover recipes that anyone can do, plus cooking skills and tips on making your dinner table the family center of your home. Now, if that sounds good to you, please consider subscribing and sharing our videos. Are you ready? Because the kitchen is now open. Come on in. Let's cook up something good. For my raspberry cream cheese pastry ring, the ingredients I'll be using are butter-flavored cooking spray, 2 cans of Crescent rolls, any brand, and to make the filling, I'm using an 8-ounce block of reduced fat cream cheese, or full fat is also fine, a half a cup of Splenda, or regular sugar, 6 ounces of fresh raspberries, and half a teaspoon of almond extract. And then to make my glaze, I'll be using 1 cup of powdered sugar, sifted, 1 tablespoon of milk, and a half teaspoon of almond extract. It's important to plan ahead a bit when you make this pastry because you'll need to remove the outer package from your cream cheese and then let it sit on your counter at room temperature for 1 to 2 hours to soften. Rinse the raspberries under cool water in a wire strainer. Gently shake the strainer to remove excess water and then pat your berries lightly on a towel to dry. Remove your cream cheese from the foil wrapper and add it to a small mixing bowl along with the Splenda and almond extract. Beat at medium speed until blended, about 30 seconds. Add berries and mash with the beaters and then blend for an additional 30 to 60 seconds. Scrape the sides of the bowl and make sure all ingredients are blended evenly. Coat your baking pan evenly with non-stick cooking spray. Gently unroll the pastry dough. Pinch and press together all of the seams so that you have one solid rectangle of dough. Take half of your filling and spread it evenly across the dough and out to the edges. Starting with the long edge of the dough, carefully roll the dough away from you a bit at a time and moving back and forth as you roll to keep it even. Finish your roll with the seam on the bottom. Carefully transfer your roll to the pan and bring the ends together and press to seal and form a ring. Right now I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees, and while I was doing that, I was putting together my first roll. I've cut it and twisted it, and this one is ready to bake. So let me go back to this one and show you how I turned this into this. So I take a pair of kitchen shears. If you don't have these, you could use a knife, but I think it's much easier to use these. And I just get underneath and snip it through, but not all the way to the center. I want to leave about a half an inch of that dough still intact. Then I move over about an inch to an inch and a quarter and cut it again. And keep doing the same thing all the way around. Okay, there we go. We're snipped all the way around. And this next part's a little messy, but it makes it look really cool after it's baked. So you just grab one of the sections and give it a gentle twist and lay it back down. What I'm doing is taking what is now the top of the pastry, giving it a clockwise twist and making what is the top become the bottom, and what is currently the bottom twists around and becomes the top. So one by one, I'm going to quickly do each of these sections. One more. And as I've twisted it, you can see it's gotten a little out of round. So I'm just going to kind of rearrange it and try to make it even. And that's really all there is to it. We're ready to take this now into our 400-degree oven and bake it for 15 to 20 minutes until it's golden brown. While your rings are in the oven, it's time to make your glaze. If you don't have a baker's sifter like this, you can use a wire strainer and spatula to push the powdered sugar through so there are no lumps. Next, add your milk and almond extract and whisk together. Glaze should be smooth and pourable. If it's too thick, add more milk, 1 teaspoon at a time, to thin slightly. Bake your pastries for 15 to 20 minutes until golden brown, and then remove them from the oven to cool for 5 minutes. Using a thin metal spatula, carefully transfer your ring to a serving plate and immediately drizzle with half of the glaze while the pastry is still warm. If desired, garnish with fresh raspberries and dust with powdered sugar. Then let your pastry rest for 5 minutes so that your glaze sets, and then you're ready to serve. Special homemade desserts can become family favorites and even be passed down from generation to generation. And with recipes like this, you can have fun with it. Experiment with different fillings, different toppings, and make it your own, unique to your family. It'll be just one more way that family is built at your dinner table. And if you feed them, they will come.
All for the